This is Speech Language with Miss Holly. Thanks for joining me today for a speech language video lesson. Let's go ahead and get started. So the skill that we're working on today is making inferences. Here's our plan. We'll start by reviewing what inferences are and why they're important. We'll also do a bit of practice, and then you'll get a chance to try out this skill on your own. Making inferences, you may have heard this explained before as reading in between the lines. That's where we don't have all the information. So instead, we have to combine a couple different things. We're using our own background knowledge. This may be things that we've read in a book, or we've heard from other people, or we've experienced firsthand. And then we also combine it with clues. So that might be information that we read or that we see around us. We make inferences when we're reading for schoolwork and when we're talking with other people to figure out how they feel. All of this involves making inferences. So let's go ahead and start practicing this. We'll start by looking at this picture here and look at these questions over here to make some inferences. So the questions ask, what is the girl doing? Is she bored or having fun? And how do you know? So what is she doing? You can start by looking at the picture, looking at the objects. I see quite a few materials here that look like baking supplies. So I would say that she's baking. I see her smiling, so I would say that she's having fun. Where do we think she is? I'm not seeing anything like a sink or a fridge, but I know from my experience that I bake things in a kitchen, so that's where I think she is too. And it's also asking, what is she making? Is it cookies, cupcakes, or cake? This one's a little bit trickier, but the detail that I'm picking up on here are these little cookie cutters. I would say that we use these to make cookies. All right. So after each one, you can think, how did that feel? So some of these activities may be a little hard, some may be a little easy, that's perfectly fine. Some of them may feel just right. So let's look at this next picture. The questions we have are, where is the woman and what is she doing? And then how do you know? I'll start by answering the first one, and I want you to think about your answers too. So where is she? I would say she's in a grocery store. And what is she doing? She's shopping. How did I know this? I've been in a grocery store before and I see these types of aisles within a frozen section. So what could she be getting? It looks to me, because the windows are all foggy, that she's in the frozen section. And I would say that it might look like some type of frozen meat. So I'm not completely sure. You may have a different answer. All right, here's the next one. So now you can pause and try this on your own. I'm going to go through and talk about the questions afterwards, and we can compare our answers. So you can pause here, try it on your own. And when you're ready, we'll move down and practice it together. So what is happening in this picture and why might it be happening? I see what looks like a parent and a child with a wrapped gift. So I think somebody's giving the gift to the other person. I would assume that the dad here is giving the gift to his child. And why might this be happening? We don't know for sure, but some reasons why people give gifts are for birthdays, holidays. And then, how does the man feel? How do you know? And why might he feel this way? So once again, we're making inferences. We don't know the whole reason, but how does he feel? I'm going to look at his facial expression here. He looks really excited. He's got a smile. His eyebrows are raised. And those are some of the clues that I'm using to help figure out how he feels. But I also know he might feel this way because giving a gift to somebody can feel really exciting and you look forward to it. So those are some inferences that I'm making here. Okay, let's do one more where I want you to read through them, try it on your own, and then I'll discuss it afterwards. Okay, so we have, what problem is he experiencing and how do you know? How does the man feel and how do you know? And if you were in this situation, what would you do to solve the problem? So you can give it a try. What problem is he facing? I'm seeing a map here and a very confused look on his face. So that makes me think that he might be lost. And the clues are in the picture. So if I saw somebody looking at a map and having a really confused look on their face, I would make the inference that they're lost. And how does the man feel? We already said that he looks pretty confused. He might also be a little worried. If you're lost someplace, it's natural to feel a bit worried. And I'm judging that based off of the clues here, his facial expression, and then my own experience again. So if I were in this situation, what would I do to solve this problem? So I might keep looking at the map for a little bit, try to figure out the directions on the map. But if that isn't working for me, I'm probably going to maybe use my phone if I have a phone out, and then ask somebody for help. And I might look around to see who would be a safe person to ask for help. Now I'm just going to scroll down and I'm going to have you pause and practice the next few ones. So now we're going to look at this scenario. You can pause and practice. All right, so you can ask yourself, how did that go? Was it hard? Was it easy? Was it just right? And now let's try it again on the next one. You can pause and practice. All right, let's do one more here. Take a look at the picture, the questions. You can pause and practice this skill. All right, so that was our lesson today on making inferences. We reviewed what they were, we practiced it together, and then you got to try it on your own. Nice work, and I will see you next time. Take care.